Awesome. Solar Icons family, welcome to another fireside chat. I know you're all here because of today's topic, how to generate thousands of free leads across social media. I got the man, I got the myth, I got my business partner, Mr. Kevin Moeller. He is going to take a deep dive on our team's app, how to leverage the pre-built surveys that we have for our team and our team only, how to get your prospects to fill those out. More importantly, what the heck do you do with the information? Is this people waving their hand saying, Kevin, hit me up, Kevin, help me? He's going to walk you through how, when done correctly, this can seriously generate thousands of leads. Kevin, I'm going to turn it over to you, my friend. Hopefully your voice is back and you're feeling better.
Absolutely. Thanks so much, Aaron. I appreciate that.
Oh,
And
you had to cough right
it is
then.
mostly
Come on.
back, but you jinxed me. So, but no, I'm excited to be here. Excited about today's topic on the training. So it's great to be with my energized family, my power solar icons family. So what we're going to talk about today, again, as Aaron's already talked about and mentioned, is how to generate your own leads online using surveys, which is a great way, especially in your line of business, to get people to talk about solar, to open up to their thoughts. Everybody loves to talk about themselves. That's the brilliant part of using this as a way to generate leads, is it's literally asking your prospects what they think. Instead of you telling prospects what you think, you're asking prospects to tell you what they think. And then when you can peek behind the curtain of what they are thinking, you know how to communicate with them so you can lead them down the process of becoming their next ambassador or the next solar customer of yours. And so don't use social media or don't let social media just use you. Make sure that you're using social media in an intelligent way. And this is how you can generate. I know it says inexpensive, high quality prospects, but the truth is they're free, high quality prospects. And it almost sounds too good to be true, but it works. I mean, we just helped somebody launch a survey recently. They got 300 leads from one posting. 300 people filled out a survey, answered questions, put in their name, their phone number, and their email address, and hit submit. I mean, how many of us would love to get 300 people to fill out information about solar and send it to us so we can have a communication with them? That's absolutely incredible. So the difficulties out there without having access to what we're talking about today is that typically finding quality leads can be difficult and extremely expensive, right? Especially in a competitive environment when you have a product or a service that is lucrative. Typically you have other competitors that pop up. And when that happens, it drives lead costs through the roof because there's a lot of demand, then people pay more and more and more and more money for those leads. So they can be expensive. And then sometimes, depending on where you actually get leads, if you buy them, they could be effective or ineffective. Sometimes they're not even quality, right? And so what I love about this is that you're not going to have a situation, if you do this correctly, where you contact somebody and they say, well, I never did that. I never asked for information. I never submitted a form. No, these are people that you're generating yourself. So you know that they're actually filling things out. So using social media is better than being used by social media. And what that simply means is that all of us are used by social media, every single one of us. I mean, that's the reason why these platforms are worth billions of dollars, but yet we don't have to pay a dime in order to be on a platform like LinkedIn, like Facebook, like Instagram. We don't have to pay anything to be on those platforms, but they're still worth billions of dollars because they're selling our data. They literally build a profile of you. They know everything about you. They know everything you've ever clicked on, everything you've interacted with, every post you've ever commented on. They've built a database of you. They know more about you than your own mama, and they sell that to third-party advertisers, right? They're also selling your customers' data or your prospects' data as well to third-party advertisers, which is interesting. And what I love about this is when you get somebody to fill out a survey, you're literally pulling them out of social media and pulling them into your own social platform. And it's not really a social platform, but it is your own database. That is your Energize application, and you own and control all of that data. Those are your contacts. It's your database. It's never shared or sold to anyone else. It's not sold to Power. It's not shared with Power. It's not sold or shared online. It's not even sold or shared or used in any capacity by the technology company that created it, which is a company called Rapid Funnel. Nobody has access to that data but you. It's yours. You own it. You control it. And it's yours to take. If you ever were to leave the platform, you can download all those contacts, extract it from the database, and roll on with it, which is pretty cool. So maintaining your qualified prospects on social opens them up to sponsored ads. We just talked about that, how they sell to third-party advertisers. And so the solution is that a few clicks to post surveys on social media, people will start talking about themselves. That's what a survey is. A survey is saying, hey, what do you think about this? What do you think about that? What would you do here? What would you do there? Have you ever thought about this? What are your concerns about X, Y, and Z? Like, it gets people to open up and just talk, and then it creates a problem aware situation. And what is a problem aware situation? It's where you literally bring up an issue with a prospect they may not have brought up on themselves. An example is someone's scrolling social, they see your post on a survey, they click on it, and they weren't even thinking about solar today. Like, maybe they thought about it in the past, maybe they thought about it one day, someday in the future, maybe they had some preconceived notions that were incorrect. Maybe they thought it was more expensive than what it is. Maybe they heard a negative experience from something. Who knows? But the point is, they didn't go on social media today to look for solar services. Okay. But they came across your survey, and because the survey is intelligently written, it gets them to think about solar. And now all of a sudden they become problem aware. They start thinking about their utility bills, and they start thinking about inflation, and they start thinking about the future, and they start thinking about energy and renewable energy and where the future is going, and what would happen if they could save on their power bill every single month. How much would that help them? So it creates a problem aware environment where, based on their answers, now you can choose the best follow-up materials based on and lead them down the path. So, by the way, brand new here, congratulations. You got started in a powerful, dynamic, energetic organization with exceptional leadership, and you have the best technology in the game to go out there and to grow your solar business. So you can go to solariconsteam.com. If you haven't done that, the link is at the bottom of these slides. You can go there, download this application, and start to use it to build your business, because it does a lot more than just surveys, but that's what we're talking about today. So let me do a quick screen share on my mobile device, and we're going to look at just an example on how to share this on social. Let me start the broadcast on mobile. All right, so here we go. Excuse me. So here's your Energize application. This is the dashboard, the home screen. This is what you see when you log on to the Energize application on mobile. And that's where you're going to be doing most of your prospecting through this application, is actually on your mobile device. Most likely it's designed for that. So you can literally build your business on the fly, no matter where you're at, no matter what you've got going on. The remote control to your business is right here in the Energize application. And so where we're going to navigate to first and foremost is where the survey is at. We're going to go to resources. And then I'm going to show you a little shortcut. Those of you that have been around for a little bit, you see all these different folders. And if you're wondering, well, what surveys do we have and where are they? If you go up here to the search feature, check this out. You just type in survey, and it will eliminate all the other options and take you straight to where this survey is at. You hit the plus button. It's obviously in this category, Spark Homeowner Interest, and then it's here. You've got collect contact information and qualifier survey, invitation to the survey, and then get ready to solar survey here, which is powerful. So I'm going to X that out, because again, that's a shortcut. So if you're ever looking for a particular resource, if you just type in any part of the name, then it'll help you to find it. But obviously, where the bigger category is without that search functionality, here's where your survey is going to be. Spark Homeowners Interest. And then you've got an invitation, again, get ready to solar survey. And then you've got the collect contact info and qualifier survey. Okay. So you're going to want to go through these. The first thing is your pre-written message. All this is an invitation that you can use if you like it. If you don't, you can use whatever invitation you want. But if we click on this button, this really is a preview button, so you can see what the text is. And here's what it says. This is where you would send this or something like this to a prospect before you just hit them with the survey. Now, I know we're talking about social media. This would be in a direct message. So we're kind of talking about both today, not just social media, but just sharing the survey in general. It says, hi, I'm doing some simple marketing research in your area. Do you have a minute to answer my survey? When was the last time you looked into going solar? So it's a great conversation starter. You can send to somebody that you know that maybe you haven't talked to in a while to open up the door. But here's the actual survey. We're going to preview it and take a look at the Get Ready to Solar survey. We're going to click here. It's going to open up a web page and show us what the survey looks like. Okay. So up at the top, they can choose their language if they have that enabled on their phone. Rapid Funnel does push that to their phone as long as they have that feature available on their phone, on their web browser, and don't have it turned off. Then they can even translate this, which is really, really convenient. But the 1 minute survey, really, I'm not going to read all these to you because we're all adults here, but these are powerful, powerful, powerful questions that are intelligently written to engage responses to get people to talk about what they think about solar in a way that would help you sell it. Okay. Now, if you send this out on social media, which we're going to talk about in just a second, and you've got somebody you've never communicated with before, then this form is going to be blank. So they can put in their first name, last name, email, and phone number and hit submit. And then they're going to be automatically generated as a new contact in your Energize app. All of the answers will be linked in the notes of their contact record, and you'll be notified that somebody's filled out a survey. Okay. That's huge. If you post this on social, or if you send this to somebody and they're already a contact in your database, then whatever information you have in their contact record would automatically populate here. So if you already had, if you got somebody as Doug and you don't have their last name and you got their their phone number, but you don't have their email address, you were to send this survey to Doug, it would automatically have Doug in the first name. All he'd have to do is type in his last name and his email address. It already have his phone number, and then he could hit submit, which just makes it more convenient so more people can fill it out quicker. Okay. But this is the survey. Again, you can read through it. I encourage you to read through it. You're going to see just how powerful it is. But let's talk about sharing it. So how do you share this survey? Well, the way you share this survey is the way that you share any resource. And I would be remiss if I didn't share with you that there's two ways to share any resource. One is if you want to share a trackable link to a particular prospect. That means you want to send the survey to Doug. You want to know if he clicked on it. You want to know if he filled it out. You want to know everything that he does with a link. Okay. Anytime you want to send a resource, whether it's a survey or whether it's a video or anything else, if you want it to be tracked to a particular prospect, you always start with the prospect's contact record. So we're going to go here to contacts. We're going to click on Cameron. Okay. And then for Cameron, we're going to go to send resources. This is the way that we know it's a trackable link. The application knows we're communicating with Cameron, so it's going to track everything. We go to send resources. We go to the homeowners category. We go to the Spark homeowner interest category. And then you've got the get ready to solar survey. We check this box. It gives us 3 different options on sharing. This one is via email. This one is via text message. And this one is the generic share button where you can share any other way. So if you use WhatsApp, Telegram, Instagram, Facebook Messenger, you name it, you can use this to share the link. It's going to be a trackable link. So if I click the text button here just to show you what it looks like, it's going to have Cameron's information. Say, look, Cameron, I'm doing simple marketing research in your area. Was hoping you had a few minutes to fill out a quick survey. So I'll send it over. You'll be able to see how they stack up against your neighbors. Boom. Which is very intriguing, by the way, how you stack up against your neighbors. I mean, I would want to know, what are you talking about? How do I stack up against my neighbors? Anyway, there's the link. And if you hit send, then it's going to share that trackable link to that prospect. But when you're sharing it on social, you don't need it to track to a particular prospect because you don't even know who's going to click on it. It might be one person, it might be 5, 10, 50, or 100 people. So what do? Well, instead of going through the contact record, let's go to the home page here. You go straight to the resource itself. That's the only difference. So let's go to resources. And we've already been here. Go to homeowners, go to Spark homeowners interest, and go to the survey. Get ready to solar survey. We're going to check this box. And then we're going to go down here to the sharing. Let's just say that we're going to share this on Facebook. Okay. We click the share button. It's going to open up the options. Yours may look a little bit different, but it's going to look something like this. And we're going to go to Facebook. And then here's where you can type whatever that you want to type. Okay. I'm not going to tell you the words to use because I want you to use your words. The way that I communicate is different than the way that Aaron communicates, which is different than the way that Mitch communicates, and so on and so forth. I want you to use your own words. But what you could do is you could say, I'm working on a project. I'm doing some market research. I need my friends' support. Do me a huge favor, will you? Have you ever considered going solar? Whether that's yes or no. I need some research in your area. If you don't mind, fill out this quick survey and give me your honest, your honest feedback in this survey. Of course, Aaron put in here, he says, use ChatGPT. I 100% agree because the collective genius of the database of AI is way better at writing a post than I ever will be. Okay. but use it, tweak it to make sure it sounds like your language, and then post your survey on social media. Now, here's the good thing. I say it's the good thing. Here's an observation. You can't post the same survey on your own feed every single day. Like, it's just not going to work. Like, people are going to stop paying attention to you. Your friends are going to see you post it more than once. You're posting it every day. It's not going to work. Every now and then, get creative. And if you've got some, listen, if you've got any money to invest in your business, you can get creative. You can put people into a drawing for an Amazon card. It doesn't have to be anything expensive. You know, what if you set a minimum, at least 10 people to fill out a survey, and you're going to do a random drawing for $25 Amazon card? I mean, do the math there. That's $2.50 per qualified lead. I mean, to me, I think that's well worth it. I mean, how much money do you make when you close an average solar deal? You tell me. I'm pretty sure it's north of $25. Okay. So, you know, get creative on what you could do when you post those on social. But here's the thing. If you can't post to your own page all the time because you don't want to wear your same contacts out on a survey, nothing precludes you from going into different Facebook groups and posting surveys in those. And those groups have access, and they're not all seeing each other. And there's a gazillion different groups on a boatload of different platforms. There's groups on LinkedIn. There's groups on Meetup. There's groups on Facebook. There are events on Facebook. There are tons and tons of places that you can go and get creative where you can post information. I mean, it could be even a local veterans group. Let me give you just a wild example off the top of my head. Let's just say that I'm a veteran, okay? And I'm passionate about military. And so what I decided to do is go to one of my local military groups and I say, hey guys, I'm doing some research. I'm helping veterans out on a huge solar project. Do me a favor. I would love to get your feedback as a local veteran in my community. Will you spend 60 seconds and help me out by filling out this survey? Thanks so much in advance. Think about how powerful that is. That's in a veterans group. What does veterans have anything to do with solar? It doesn't. You could do that in a bowling group. You could do that in a horseback riding group. You can do that in a golf group. You can do it in a building community. You could do it in a real estate group. You can get creative and you can post that survey on social in so many different places. And I guarantee you're going to have people say, I'll spend 60 seconds on a survey. And those are free leads that come in that are high quality. You know, you posted the link. They know they filled it out. It's authentic, way better than going and buying a lead. Number one, way more cost effective because it costs you nothing. But second of all, they're higher quality. These are real people who took 60 seconds voluntarily to fill out a survey, which goes into your application and drums up leads. Guys, I wish I'd have had this 15 years ago. If I'd have had something like this to be able to use to generate leads in my business when I first got started, actually 16 years ago as an entrepreneur, I'm telling you, I'd be in a different place today. And you've got it at your fingertips, and it's all able to build your own database, which is great because instead of using some other survey platform where you do generate a lead, and then you have to take that and download that information and put it into another database, this all works together. So when they fill out the survey, they automatically create a new contact for you to be able to prospect them and see all their answers. Excuse me. So with that being said, that's what we want to talk about on posting surveys on social. We do have a challenge for you as always. So if you're watching this live, wherever you're at, we want to hear from you if you're going to accept this challenge. And it's a simple challenge. Post a survey with a thoughtful message on social media in the next 24 hours. Get creative. Post at least one to social media, your own private page, a Facebook group. I don't care. But if you're willing to say, hey, I'm going to take action on this, I'm going to post a survey. We just want to hear from you in the chat. Let us know that you're going to take the challenge. And if you're watching this on replay, then send a message to the person who brought you the amazing opportunity with Power and let them know that you're taking the challenge and you're going to post the survey on social as well. And what we're going to be talking about next week is taking massive action, being the Harry Potter of prospecting, right? Using a little bit of magic in building your business. That's what we're going to talk about next week. So I'm looking forward to it. Make sure that you have your team here with you next week. And we're looking forward to that training. And Michael, your dog is precious, by the way. That's awesome. So with that being said, Aaron, anything that you would like to add, any questions, comments, anything, I'll turn it over to you.
Yeah, I'm gonna add a couple things, man. And I was gonna end the recording, but let's go ahead and do a couple bonus nuggets. Let's keep it just on this topic, so I have time to end it for everyone else catching it later. Um, Once again, I learned something new, even though I know the app inside and out every time I hear you speak, man. So I appreciate you as always. A couple ideas that kind of jumped at me. You guys know I treat it like a business. This is a 7-figure a month business, therefore I treat it as such. Instantly, I was thinking of Boost Media, that program that I think a lot of people on the team have. Like, how cool is that? It's where you can give a restaurant card, a hotel card. You could take a simple Facebook post and say, oh, by the way, anyone that gives me 60 seconds, I'll send you $100 restaurant card for free. Like, people were going to help Noel anyway, but now you're giving them a restaurant card or a hotel card. Like that's endless. So I think that's cool. I also agree with what Kevin said. If you don't have that, no pressure. Obviously, if you spent a $10 Starbucks card, a $25 Amazon card, most solar leads, I know we have a lot of new solar people on this team, are over $1,000 a lead. So if you just got 10 people and you spent $2.50, thanks for the easy, or it's even less than that. It's $1. If you did the $10, $2.50 a lead, like that is dirt cheap, and they're giving you the answers. Are you going to sell all 10? Probably not. I'd like to think so. What if you sold one? Average commission over 10 grand and it cost you $10? Like all day, every day, rinse and repeat, right? So you don't have to do it. Go try it for free, but you can definitely sprinkle ideas. Other thing I would do too is reach out to people that know you and love you and say, hey, Noel, real quick, I know you do anything to support me. I would as well. About to make a Facebook post. I got challenged to collect 100 surveys. Is there any way you could share that post once it goes live? Like, what's she going to say? No. I'm asking for help with a survey. I'm not selling anything. Like, that's the other part. That's why my posture is like, it's organic. You're just asking for help. So that's really cool. I have built out, and this is a whole different topic. I built out a little drip on LinkedIn, just to give you an idea of how big this can be. Because I love that Kevin said it. This is not like your ideal candidate. This is everybody. It could be people in car groups, Costco, moms. It doesn't freaking matter. If they own a home, they're a candidate for what we do. I created the drip on LinkedIn, and this is kind of how my mind works. I was thinking, who is a group of people that are really likely to fill out a survey? My blink on that, right or wrong, was teachers. So I targeted teachers on LinkedIn in the state of Virginia. Literally, I have a drip, and it is before ChatGPT. I got to go back and tweak it. I probably get 4 or 5 surveys a day where people just from that drip saying, hey, I'm doing a market research. Any way you could spare 60 seconds, no harm, no pressure at all. It's nothing sales related. Hit me up, let me know. And I throw the link in, and I wake up to surveys filled out. Like, it's endless on where you can go with this thing, which I think is really, really cool. Wish I could read by handwriting. Encourage sharing and resharing. I cannot stress that enough. You now can tap into their database on social media, which is huge. Asking for help. I can't stress that enough. This is not you saying, hey, who wants to go solar? This is, I have a quick 60-second survey. Can you bless me with some market research, some market knowledge? Anybody can help you. And there's not going to feel the pressure of it. Kevin and I, in a previous company, but it applies to this. I'll stretch your mind for a second. We knew a lady who was very good at the survey, but she liked old school belly to belly. She printed out the survey, would go to the supermarket, the post office, wherever she was about, and would have 25 surveys and said, hey, Noel, if you don't mind, could I spare 60 seconds to get you to fill this out? Almost like a politician when they get you to endorse something. Not my cup of tea, but this lady killed it, just by doing that. So my mind's going again. Sorry, I get excited. What about those of you that do home shows? Like, that could be your lead entry for the TV giveaway, for whatever giveaway, the raffle you're doing. Fill out this quick survey. The reason this is 1,000 times better than them just putting a name and dropping it in a bowl is because they're actually giving you the hot buttons of what you're going to sell them on. Like, this crushes a generic fill out this, give me your name here for a chance to win something. You guys with me on that? You're tracking on that? So you could use it for that as well. And that's what I have. Sorry, I know I threw a bunch at you. I got excited. I get excited. Any questions, comments on this subject before I end the recording? Michael, go for it. Mitch, I'll go to you second. You're on mute, sir.
I turned it off because that bird's making a lot of noise. Here, if I were to just share it to Facebook, I could do copy paste, right? Because I've got more than one Facebook app, right? So I could just do that because it automatically came up on the on my solar page when I did that. But yes. I was thinking what you just said a second ago, Aaron, about the getting people to share it for you. You could offer the marketing boost to someone by sharing it. give them some love for doing it for you.
100%. Sharing is where it's at. That's really what I'm learning right now, is the number one way to get into someone's database on social media. And it's untapped. Because Kevin's right. Do you want to post this every day? No. But let me figure out your frequency. Call it monthly, right? But if I had Noelle this month, I had Jake and Stacy next month, I just reached potentially, on depending on how many friends they have, thousands of new people just by doing that one simple text. So you either encourage it in the body. What I like to do is reach out to them. Stacy, I know you would help me. You're so amazing. Thank you so much for our friendship. About to make a powerful post. Would you mind sharing that? She's going to look at it. Of course. Like, why would she not want to help you? And guess what? She's going to fill it out too. Anyway,
And
yeah, great point.
by the way, just think about the second tier of that. Okay. So like on social, you've got friends, you've got people that know you. Their contacts don't necessarily know you. So if you do a post, like maybe you do if you do a post that does have a reward, like if you are giving away a $10 Starbucks card or 25, that's more ammo for someone's friends to want to fill it out for you because they don't know you. Right. If I see, John Doe posted a social, a thing on social about filling out a survey, and a friend of mine, shared it, I'm probably not going to fill it out. But I guarantee you, if he says there's a $25 gift card to Bass Pro Shops, I might click on it and fill it out. I'm just saying. Yep. You know what I mean? Especially if it's a 60-second survey, it's a big difference than 10 minutes.
Correct. Very important. Whatever language you do, those of you like to get cute, because I know you're out there, you have to say 60 seconds. People are time sensitive. Very, very important. Who's ready for a mic drop? Just hearing Kevin talk got my wheels going, baby. I'm a different frequency. Who here has ambassadors? Guys, screw a restaurant gift card. Power's paying them $1,000. Jake, what's going on, brother? This is Aaron. Listen, I'm about to make a Facebook post, but I want to pay you. Remember the ambassador program you signed up for through me? I just created a survey that's going to bring a lot of people raising their hands. All you got to do is share my post. Any leads that come back that I close, and I close, brother, I'm going to gift you $1,000. How is he saying no? He already signed up. If you just had 10 ambassadors are sharing that post every time you do it. Game over. Okay, let me go in my recording. Kevin, I appreciate you as always. Stick around. I'm going to go to Mitch in just a second. Hang on one second.